Happy Place tote bag. How interesting. I'm obsessed.
I found somebody.
Hello people of the YouTube world and all who are watching this. I am Mackenzie91K, and in today's video we are doing yet another book haul. Did I plan to do two book hauls back to back? No. But are we going to be doing two book hauls back to back? Yes. Because it was my birthday a few days ago and I got some books for my birthday, and I thought that we could sit down and we could look at all the books I got and talk about them. I got quite a few. I think I got almost 10 books for my birthday, so not a huge haul, but I do also have a few fun other little things in here as well that we can talk about. So, without any further ado, let's get right on into the video. So, the first thing that I kind of wanted to show you guys is what some of these books are in. And that is this Happy Place tote bag. It is Emily Henry's tote bag. And it says books are my happy place. And then on the back, it has all of Emily Henry's books. So I really wanted to get this tote. I seen that Destiny picked this tote up and I didn't know where you could get these, but I had seen this tote before and I was like, oh my god, that is such a cute tote. So we picked her up and I'm obsessed. The next thing that I want to show you guys is not book related at all, but I did pick it up, and that is the Midnight's blue marble edition of the Midnight's album. First of all, I know that Midnight's came out last year. I wanted to start my record collection, and I've always loved both the purple Midnight's record and the blue one, so I picked up the blue one and I'm so happy I did. I'm obsessed. Now, that's the only book related or non-book related things that I have, so we can go ahead and get right on into the book haul. I have 4 books in the tote bag. So the first book that I'm going to pull out is You Again. This book I heard compared to How Harry Met Sally. I just recently watched How Harry Met Sally like a couple weeks ago, and I did really like it. This is a enemies to lovers book, it looks like, and it seems cute. The cover is definitely screaming How Harry Met Sally, so I am really excited to pick this book up. Next we have Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is the paperback edition of Babel. This is the US edition. I wanted to get the paperback edition, but I never got around to it, and I just seen it sitting there and I was like, oh my god, I want to get it. And I've heard that this is really good. I do also know that this is quite a heavy book to read because of just how detailed and things like that R.F. Kuang goes into. So I am excited to read it, but the font is so squished and so tiny. I don't know when exactly I'm going to read this. There may be a Dark Academia vlog coming in November, so we may include this on that TBR. We'll see. The next thing that we have is a book that I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and that is Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I've been so scared to pick this book up because I've heard so many bad things, or not necessarily bad things, but I've heard so many people be like, this book is just not what they expected and it's not romance centered almost, and that kind of scares me because while I loved Things We Never Got Over, I didn't necessarily love Things We Hide from the Light, but it wasn't bad. So I am really scared to read this book because I love the first book. It is still a book that I would consider a 5-star read, but I'm so scared. And then in here we have Kiki's Delivery Service. I recently watched the Ghibli movie on Kiki's Delivery Service and I absolutely loved it. So I wanted to read the book and see where the Ghibli movie was inspired or how much of an inspiration they took from this. I don't necessarily know if it's exactly like the Ghibli movie, but it's still so cute. I did enjoy Kiki's Delivery Service so much. It's probably one of my new favorite fall movies, and I want to do a rewatch of it ASAP. Then we got a huge Books A Million bag full of stuff. So the first thing that I'm going to pull out is The Moth Keeper. This is a graphic novel, and I've heard it's pretty good. It's so cute. I want to read it. It gives like cozy vibes, and the art style is so cute. So I'm very excited to pick this up. And then I did decide to pick up one manga, and that is Little Witch Academia. It just looked so cute, and I think this was honestly in the children's section. The cover is so pretty. It's got pink, it's got purple, it's got all the pretty colors, and it just looks so cute. So we picked up this as well. And then this is a book that I've been meaning to pick up since it came out, and I've just forgotten about it. And that is Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods. I've really not heard anybody say anything about this book. Like, the hype has just died down about this book, and I've never heard anybody say anything about it. So I don't know if it's actually good or not. But I do love Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, and Grover Underwood are reunited for their first quest adventure together since The Lightning Thief. They're challenged getting Percy into college when the Greek gods are standing in his way. Interesting. I also am very excited for the show. I do know that the Percy Jackson show comes out in December. The next book that we have is Sword Catcher by Cassandra Clare. This is Cassandra Clare's new fantasy adult series that has sprinkles of romance. This is about, honestly, I bought it mostly because I am interested in reading an adult fantasy, but I have heard this world is just a little bit more complicated than like the Shadowhunter world. I've heard it's supposed to be more like high fantasy. It says, welcome to an all new fantasy world, forbidden love, dangerous magic, and secrets that could break the kingdom. Let the chronicles of, I think it's Castellane, begin. Interesting. Okay. Wow. A sullen boy, a spoiled prince, a shunned girl, and a city as bright and dangerous as a blade. How cool! Wow! And then this is what the front of the naked book looks like, and this is what the spine looks like. And then inside, it has such a pretty map of the Castellane, which is like the world. So cool. And the map's also on the back. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is the Books A Million exclusive edition. How interesting. Okay. This may be really good. It does sound very interesting. It does sound like a fantasy book that I am interested in. So anyway, as I was saying, this book, it sounds really good, and I'm very excited to read it. It is very thick, so we shall see when I get to this. We may put this on my November TBR, but I am very excited for this. And then the last book of the video is going to be The House of Marionette. Let's see how we pronounce this bad boy. So House of Marion. I've seen this book quite a few times, and honestly, I didn't know it was published. I thought it was just self-published. Ooh, Rachel Griffin has a blurb on here, and Allie Hazelwood, and Alex Esther, and Kieri Maniscalco. So many good authors have blurbs on here. This is Ball Gowns, Betrayals, Magic, Mystery, Decades, and Darkness. So I'm already intrigued. I don't really know a lot about this book. I just know that it is supposed to be pretty darn good. Let's look at the underneath of the dust jacket. It looks like this. It's a very interesting texture. It feels like you could literally, like, if you scratch it too hard, it might come off. So it's a very soft texture, and it says, if this world is made of glass, then I will dance with a hammer in my hand. Very interesting. And then the end pages have this little design on it. Oh, there's a map. Cool. So this is what the map looks like. We always gotta take a peep at the map. Very cool, very cool. This is also sounding very good. Oh, and Stephanie Garber is on the front. Stephanie Garber said this book is dazzling and deceptive. The perfect escape. I'm so intrigued. So that was it for the birthday book haul. I'm sorry that I have posted 2 book hauls back to back, but I've just been doing quite a bit of book shopping. Let's show you guys the stack. Very fun, very fun. So with that being said, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was probably on the shorter side. Comment down below what is your guys' cure for a book slump, because I need something. Romance isn't doing it for me. Fantasy isn't doing it for me. I want to read Hopeless. I forgot about Hopeless. Oh my god. So right before I left for vacation, Hopeless arrived. This is Bo's book. I need to read this. If you guys have never read the Chestnut Springs series, I highly, 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 highly recommend it, because it is just so good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and tap that notification bell. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.
I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do.